Welcome to Masculine Scrapping. Today we're going to show you the third spread from the Toy and Action Figure Museum in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. This is one of the brochures. I'm not going to use it in this spread, but I'm just having it here so people can see it. Well, it's getting a little bit of glare, but there it is. The spread today, on this side we kind of have the military, Western. We actually got to meet this guy who is one of the cartoonists who's famous. And look, we found our little guy from Star Wars. He was in the Western section. So we finally found him. I've got a patch here, and you can tell that, again, I've used my Cricut machine to cut out the border that matches that circle exactly. And I am going to do an interesting technique here, is I'm just going to overlap these two photos because I want to get as much of them in as possible. On this side, this is some Star Wars of collection, also a little bit of The Simpsons, but I used one of the cutouts that I bought when I was doing the Star Wars set for when we were at Disney, and have put that here on this page, and I'm actually going to use this Star Wars paper to back it so that it stands out a little bit more. So we will do that here in a second. Actually, let's just test it to see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do because it puts this color into there and really helps that stand out a little bit more. So we will do that here in a second. But let's start placing these photographs. This will be last. Again, using Cricut Design Studio to design the matting. I use 4x6 guides to put on the design, and then I outline them. So the guides, and then I created a guide for this, measured it, knew what the diameter was, and then stuck it onto the design. And I'm putting quite a bit of tape on these because sometimes they don't stick well. There we go. And then use the outline feature and then turn it to a cut, and then it will create this really nice matting. And I've been using it on a lot of recent projects, and I'm really happy with the way that they're turning out. I think it creates a much more professional, just being really careful there we go, professional look, because the borders are going around, you can see they're going around objects that aren't square, and that would be really hard to do by hand. All right. Cut photograph to press down. And now we'll work on this side. In fact, I'm just gonna mark this a little bit so that we know where to go. Actually, I want to go higher. Find my pencil mark. There we go. And for these kinds of projects, just some simple tape. I do want it to be square because there are lines of alien writing on the other side, and you don't want those to come across crooked, so just being really careful here, using my nail to get that down. I think I'm going to put one more piece there. All right. Oh yeah, I like the way that turned out. Again, I did this partially because I just didn't have another photograph that was going to fit well on this page, and sometimes when your page just has photographs without any other kind of design element, it can feel a little boring, so I felt like this was a good solution to kind of hint at the Star Wars theme. There we go. Toy and Action Figure Museum in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. It's a small little place, but I think we spent over an hour there just looking at all of the stuff. They've just done a really good job, and of course, if you're in your 40s or 50s, seeing all of these toys is just really nostalgic, brings back good memories, makes you wish you hadn't taken your toys out of the box or given them to Goodwill later. Just resetting that one because it was a little bit off. There we go. And now I'm going to work on taping this. So here I'm going to make sure I'm taping over the cutout. It helps to create a stronger bond for all the pieces if you do that. Now, some people would say, look, you're covering up all of that beautiful background paper with that matting. And there is some truth to this, but look how cool it looks around the edges. It's kind of shooting out. So even though I have a lot of color there, the fact that you can see more here, and it's got a great border there, I think just looks really good. So there we go, the Toy and Action Figure Museum in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. This is spread 3. Thanks for watching. Would love to be seeing your projects. Take care.